Welcome to the Elements of Spirit readings for the week of December 10th, 2017. This is the reading for the sun signs associated with the element of fire, which are the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And if you haven't listened to Ether, go back and check it out. I also did a little intro. Was going to be the Ether reading, but it became a longer kind of statement of purpose behind these readings and behind Edible Spirits work in general. This is kind of like our Mr. Rogers, don't you think? I wore it's not really a cardigan, but it's more like a poncho. So it's like this is my Mr. Rogers sweater. Let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Fire. Yes. Represent your highest truth. Fire. Represent your highest truth. Fire. Associated with rose quartz, associated with the high heart chakra. It feels good. Okay, so y'all are the vocal ones right now. Y'all are going to have the easiest time speaking up, but don't be a bitch about it. Don't be a nasty bitch about it. You can be a passive bitch about it, but don't be a nasty bitch about it. No, don't be passive. Don't be nasty. You don't have to. The whole point is that represent your highest truth. And don't let go of your ideals, right? Don't let go of ideals. Don't let go of ideals. And this is in the context of the ether affirmation, which is when I see something, I say something. So you all are like Roman candles of truth. You're like truth sprinklers, right? On inside the house. And it's possible for your truth to be aligned with the highest good for all. That's that pink rose quartz frequency, unconditional. Unconditional love means total inclusivity. Unconditional love means no conditions. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's invited. So the idea here is for you to both represent your highest truth when you see something and when you say something, when you're speaking up about whatever is causing you to have to tell the truth. Speak the highest good for all. Speak to the best of your ability. This is what you do instead of being a nasty bitch or a passive bitch. You don't just talk about yourself. You don't just talk about your people. You talk about all people. You talk about the groups. You actually talk about your not people, right? You talk about your not people. You talk about everyone you don't get and everyone you don't understand and everything that's confusing to you, right? You make your statements of truth, make them contain compassionate acceptance of that which causes you friction or tension, right? Use your voice to soften tension and neutralize friction. The other side of this is representing your highest truth, almost like a gorgeous. I happen to have a demonstration, almost like a gorgeous chest piece, right? This is totally going to fall right where we need it to fall for the sake of this reading, right? Representing your highest truth, right, on your collarbones and your sternum, like. And the idea is you don't need the necklace. Your truth, your highest truth, is there enough. You care enough about the right stuff that it's most important for you to just lead, as though you're already calibrated to speak regarding the highest good for all, right? So that's part of it, is to say, like, okay, when you speak up and say something, when you see something and you say something in the course of the next week, make sure that it's for the highest good of all, but also trust that you are naturally calibrated in that direction. And even if you just speak up and speak out, and even if even if some heads roll, or even if you pop off, you're still coming from a place of love, and you can of unconditional love. And if you pop off and you say something and you recognize you're not coming from a place of unconditional love, do something about it. Adjust, and go harder. Don't stop. My sense is that it's almost like we're Sagittarius season. That's why. It's almost like the air signs have all this fire behind them, and y'all have all this fire behind you. With the air signs, I was like, slow your roll, think, contemplate, and then choose. Think before you choose before you act. With you guys, it's speak before you do anything, and let your speaking lead you to conflicts, to conflict resolutions, to problem identification, and to propose communication about solutions. And then if actions spur out of that, fine. But the idea is that you've got so much oomph behind your voice that if you're really speaking up on behalf of your highest truth and the highest good, it should lead to potential actions over the course of the next week that promote unconditional love and the dissolution of differences, including, charities, gatherings, dinners, whatever the heck. Where'd my pen go? Did I drop it? I can't tell you. Okay. Cool. I express my ideals. I am the expression of my ideals, and I act accordingly. I am the expression of my ideals, and I act accordingly. I am the expression of my ideals, and I act accordingly. I am the expression of my ideals, and I act accordingly. So what's cool about this is there's a formula here where if you catch yourself popping off and you affirm, I am the expression of my ideals, and I act accordingly, it should fuel you on to greater communication, greater expression, greater potential for action and change. And if you not, and you say that to yourself, I'm the expression of my ideals and I act accordingly, I am calibrated towards the most loving solutions, towards inclusivity for all, and I act accordingly, right? Yet. Not conflict, resolution per se for you guys this week, but maybe a little conflict management. And I'm encouraging you to be the agitators, because when I see something, I say something. That's what came through in the ether reading. It's like, if you're not telling your truth, then who's telling the truth, right? If it's all valid, right? What's going to win in the end, right? The loudest expression of the truth, maybe, right? Or the most aligned expression of the truth, the most certain expression of the truth. But if it's not expressed, it's not that it won't win. That's what the ether reading said. If it's not expressed, though, it's just going to take a lot longer for it to win. Okay? So speak up. Be brave. Love you. See you next week. December 13th, channeling in Orange County. December 16th, Let's Get Mystical with me and John Hill on Facebook Live, on Edible Spirit Instagram at Edible Spirit, and that's all she wrote. Love you. Bye.